So this is a difficult video to make. Unfortunately, a friend of mine pretty much got scammed out of $3,000, over $3,000. I'm gonna talk about what happened and how you can avoid it. And it's crazy that this is coming out literally not even a week after I just did my eBay video talking about how eBay is facilitating scams on a regular basis. And they're literally saying, there's nothing we're gonna do about it. Go ahead and call the cops. Not even a week after that video, I got hit up by my buddy. This is in regards to a Latios Tag Team GX. I'm gonna go ahead and put the card on screen here with the cert number. So if you guys see this being pawned off, if someone is trying to sell this, this has been reported to PSA as stolen. So do not buy this card. And if you have this card in your possession, there's currently a reward out for it for over $3,000. So he messages me on Monday, bro, get this. I ordered a PSA 9 Latios tag team off eBay. Judging by the photos, it looks really clean, and I thought it had a shot of regrading as a 10. And I mean, I even looked at it too. It looked really phenomenal. Maybe the centering was a little bit off on the front, but it definitely looked like a coin flip with PSA. He said, I have a mail forwarding service in Delaware to save on sales tax. I've been using for months without issue. FedEx claims it was delivered and signed for by a guy named W. Welsh. Turns out there's no one at the mail forwarding company by that name, and FedEx's delivery confirmation does not have the final address printed on it. So I'm 99% sure someone at FedEx stole the package. I hope it turns up. I know it's pretty unlikely at this point, and I'll probably get a refund from eBay, although I'd rather have the card, especially due to the upside. So he messaged this originally, and I literally told him, I said, dude, that's awful, that's terrible. I can't believe this happened. Like, I'd be gutted. And I said to him, are you sure eBay is gonna refund this? Like, have they already, told you that you're gonna get a refund? Because then I mentioned the video that I just posted, and I said, dude, they take such a lax standpoint on this type of stuff. As long as the proof is there, regardless of whether it was signed for by the wrong person or not, that's pretty much all they care about. So he actually ends up watching that video, and like that video kind of made him even more nervous. And but I told him, keep me updated. I'll make a video about this regardless, if you're cool with it, and then I can shed some light on it, and also raise awareness about this some more. So if you guys didn't watch that video, by the way, go check it out. I'll go ahead and put it in like the info card in one of the corners here. It was a really entertaining video. I even talked on the phone with one of the eBay customer service guys, and he said, call the cops. There's nothing we're gonna do about it. I even had messages back and forth between the seller and I, where the seller said openly, I didn't ship this. He literally admitted, I did not ship this card. eBay still was like, nope, there's nothing we're gonna do about it. Before we hop into today's video, I am excited to announce the brand new VIP mystery packs, only available on vipokemon.com. We have 2 iterations dropping simultaneously right now, so you don't want to miss out. We have the VIP Pikachu mystery pack, which is curated for collectors, not gamblers. You have guaranteed PSA 10 Pikachus, guaranteed $10 plus Pikachu raw cards, and guaranteed packs that contain Pikachus in their set. You have packs like Crown Zenith, Surging Sparks, and Lost Origin. And then also too, you have amazing chases like the Gray Felt Hat Pikachu, or PSA 10 Golden Pikachus, or Pikachu Generations. Tons more chases valued at hundreds of dollars. All of the odds are there. There's no dud packs, no bulk, no fillers, and it's just real value for real collectors. We also have the VIP Mewtwo packs. These packs are going to be for those Mew and Mewtwo fans of those psychic legends. You have chase cards like the Team Rocket EX Mewtwo. You also have the Mewtwo Mew GX tag team, and more phenomenal $150+ chases in there, as well as chase packs like 151 and Paldean Fates, and guaranteed packs like Destined Rivals, guys. You always walk away with at least solid value plus a chance at something huge. These are only available for a limited time at vipokemon.com. Let's get back into this video. So anyway, so send screenshots, and I'll put it all on screen here. This is an email from eBay customer service. Thank you for contacting eBay customer service. My name is Tessa with Authenticity Guarantee. You know, if you buy anything that's above $500 on eBay, they send it through like a third party or like a middleman to like, you know, authenticate it. I don't really know like how legitimate it is. Like, I don't know what they use to tell like if it's authentic or not. But I think it's just to, you know, try and ward off any types of scams that are going on. He said, so Tess said, I've reviewed your request for appeal regarding the Latias and Latios GX. So I'd just like to point that out too. Reviewed your request for appeal. So they flat out denied a refund request. First thing for him. So he had to actually appeal their decision because they just saw automatically through their system that it was delivered. So they just flat out denied it. So he had to appeal, and they said, we appreciate you reaching out with your concerns and would like to take a closer look. After your item passed our eBay Authenticity Guarantee inspection, it was sent via FedEx under tracking number with signature confirmation. And I want to come back around to this part too about the whole signature confirmation thing. When looking at the order details, we see that the tracking information confirms delivery to the address provided at checkout. In addition, the carrier accepted the signature obtained during delivery. With both requirements met, this is considered valid proof of delivery for eBay purposes. It appears a third-party freight forwarder was utilized for your item's delivery. While using a US shipping address through a freight forwarder is permitted by eBay, it does transfer the responsibility for delivery issues to the freight forwarder, not the seller. Consequently, the item falls outside the scope of eBay's money-back guarantee once it's in the care of the freight forwarder. So before I look at a couple of these other screenshots here, what is the point of signature confirmation if anyone can sign for it? Like, seriously. And I think even personally, I'm going to start doing this with large orders that are above, you know, $500 or $1,000. I'm going to start doing an 18 plus signature confirmation, because I believe at that point, because you can request that, like an 18 plus signature required. I think that, or there might even be like a 21 plus, actually. It might be like in the case of like alcohol or something. But I might even start requesting that for some of these, because I think at that point they do, you know, have to check some sort of ID and make sure that you have some sort of documentation with your name on it. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to start doing that, because what's the point of signature confirmation if anyone can sign for it? Like, you have a package that is for a specific person, or maybe even like, you know, only people that are allowed to sign for it. You know, like if you could put some sort of secondary like name on it where it's like, okay, it's okay if this person or this person signs for it. Because otherwise, what is the point of FedEx just accepting a signature from anyone? So that just really annoys me with this whole situation for my friend. So this next screenshot here, it says the guarantee covers domestic shipping to the forwarder's hub. From there, any international shipping concerns should be addressed with the freight forwarder. This was domestic. They said, this means we're unable to file a claim on your behalf for this transaction. We understand the frustration that comes with lost or damaged packages. We encourage you to continue communication with your freight forwarder to address any delivery issues. And then basically they just say, I trust that this information will clarify things, and have a good day. That was pretty much it. So basically, they're saying reach out to the freight forwarder because it's their problem at this point. Even though, you know, my friend was telling me he's had zero issues with his freight forwarder at this point. And, you know, honestly, I do think that he's probably right to trust them and agree with them, you know, because I keep hearing over and over again these stories of, you know, FedEx or UPS or USPS just stealing packages, just pocketing them. And they are in the perfect position to do that. I mean, they have access to everything, you know, behind the scenes. They have the ability to, you know, scan things as if it was delivered, and just pocket it afterwards, you know, like there's an immense amount of trust in, these people doing the right thing. And I think that so many people have been turned on to like how much Pokemon has blown up and how expensive these cards are. I mean, just, thousands of dollar cards. And, if they see a signature confirmation from something that, looks like, oh, this looks like it could be a PSA card or something in this package, yoink, like that's it, right? Basically, he followed up with them with a different email. I won't even put that one up on screen. Basically just him telling them that, like, I filed with the police, like, I'm shocked that, with all of this overwhelming evidence that eBay's still not adhering to their buyer protections. Very disappointed. I don't even want a refund. I just want the actual card. And he even told me, he's like, you were right, a bunch of greedy crooks, lol. Because yeah, I mean, eBay has the money. I mean, they're making $10 billion a year. And so they have the money. They have the money to cover this type of stuff. They don't, because they write it into the fine print. And I think that the issue with this for them is maybe just the freight forwarder. But honestly, I don't even know if it's that, because I think that if it were to be delivered to my door and some FedEx driver signed for it himself and then pocketed it, I think that eBay would still have an issue with providing a refund at that point. A few other messages, that I'll just put up on screen just, to show proof here and show what he said. So it's over $3,300 card. I really appreciate, he even said, don't worry about setting up any donation or any GoFundMe or something for him. I felt inclined to at least offer to do that because, this is just a gutting situation. And, but he doesn't feel comfortable accepting any of that. So I'm not going to put any information for him there. But definitely, you could go support his Instagram. It's Newbark Cards. I think that he would be cool with me at least shouting him out in that way. Yeah, just absolutely appalling situation. I really, I don't know how you can truly avoid this, like, totally, because honestly, there's not a lot of takeaways from this to say, like, don't do this specific action, because really you're just kind of, hoping and praying and crossing your fingers that these shipping companies or eBay are gonna do the right thing. And like I said, so many people, I feel like we've gotten to this, point, like, in, like, peak Pokemon, just kind of like FOMO, and also just like people kind of understanding that it's really expensive. Like, I feel like, in the past, like, 10 years, a lot of people are like, oh, Pokemon, like, what is that? Is that really even, like, worth anything? Can you actually, like, have a job doing that or whatever, right? But now I feel like it has gotten to that point where it's like, people see the money that's being brought in from Pokemon, and they see, what's going on, and just like, I think that it's kind of like this point where we just see people stealing and in mass, and they know that there's tons of money to be made. So yeah, guys, really terrible experience. My heart goes out to Newbark. I hope that this can raise awareness for the situation. If you do see that card in circulation, don't buy it. Please either email me or contact Newbark on Instagram, because it is marked as stolen in PSA system. So, that gives you a good point too. Look up the cert numbers of cards, you're buying at card shows. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys for watching this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.